Alright, in this video we're going to talk about DNA pairing. We're going to create a function that takes in a string of DNA strand that's missing its pairing element, and then return all the pairs of that DNA string. I was never very good at biology. I don't recall anything from high school biology class until I remembered that Row Your Boat song for DNA pairing. So adenine, thymine, make a lovely pair. Cytosine without guanine would feel extremely bare. So we got GCG. That's going to return the pairs of GC, CG. You know what? I'll go over that later. The most important thing is that we can do this real simply using the map method. So if we declare a variable with, and we'll call it DNA pairs, and we just call this an object, we have adenine is thymine, okay, thymine is adenine, and then cytosine, guanine, and then guanine is cytosine. There's our DNA pairs. Okay, so we can return the string, and we'll get our DNA pairing back. And we want to return all the different DNA pairs for these DNA strands. So G and C, C and G, and G and C as we go through this. So how do we do that? We can split this off, I think is how we want to do it. First of all, by giving us an array as we separate them all, and then we can map through this. And of course we have to pass a function through in our map. We'll call it element, and then we'll give ourselves a code block, and then we can return the element, right? And it'll give us our, oh whoops, I gotta spell the whole thing, element, and then it'll return our array. But we can return DNA pairs, right? And get all of our pairs back. And then filter through these, and then return whichever ones match. Actually, we'll return the element, right? And then element matching DNA pairs. And this is undefined. I don't know why that is. I think if I swap these, it'll be just fine. I'm getting my things backwards. Okay, there we go. There's our pairs. That's all it is. It's just, a few lines of code after we declare this global object within the function. Because we can clean this up even further, because we can use ECMAScript 2015, take out the function, add a fat arrow, and it still works. And because we don't have a function, we can take this out, and it still works. In fact, we can take out the code block, and because we don't have a code block, we can't use a return, and then we're done. Oh, what did I do? We don't need this. And there we go. All set. That's how it's done.